Hello again, everyone. This is Gilmer, and this is episode 60 of my Let's Play War in the East. I'm playing as the Soviets, and this is the Grand Campaign. In the last few episodes, I've been talking about how I needed to get my command point issues under control, and there's a handy info screen for that. And if you open it up, and I already have it on that tab, but if you look at it, if you click on the HQ tab and then click on command points, and all the ones that you see that say negative means that they're over their command point limit. Now, the problem I have is that I don't have enough headquarters within range that, it's kind of hard to figure it out, to be honest with you. But as you can see, it's not that many as a matter of fact, but the northwestern front is way over its limit by 53 command points, and the southwestern front is over its command limits by 34, and then they have several HQs, core HQs that are over their limits, and then the western front. And so the problem I have is that I'm building HQs, but they're still building up. They don't have the movement points to get them into the front line where I want them. So what I'm going to do is, as they're coming on board, I'm going to determine which HQ I want to correct. And it might be a simple case of starting from the smallest and going to the biggest, or vice versa. I don't know which one I'm going to do yet, and then just whittling them down. But it really, honestly, that's a lot better than I thought it would be, to be quite honest. And then we have a bunch here that have a plenty of room under their unit. Well, if to be honest, what I could do, as a matter of fact, what I probably should do is do that, because this will kind of tell me who is within range of each other. And as you can see, there are plenty that are actually possibly within range of each other. The 57th Army, maybe that's what I'll do. I'll try to do it a little bit this way as well. And as you can see, the southwestern front, there's nobody around it that's going to really truly get it to the point that it needs to be. And the 16th Army, not really. I got the Crimea front that's coming up, but as you can see, the 16th Army is pretty far away from the Crimea front. And I moved that front up from the Crimea. It wasn't really doing anything down there, and I just didn't feel like it needed to be down there, that I could use it as another front, because I don't think I'm going to be fighting in the Crimea in this game. I know that historically there were battles in the Crimea. I'm pretty sure, anyway, that there was fighting down there. I think the Germans did go down and try to take some of the cities down in the Crimea. I couldn't tell you what the cities' names are. I know that it's down here, though. Where is it? Is that it? Yeah, it's down in here, in this area. And as you can see, they have not, the Germans have not even come close to getting down here. I guess it's in this area. Honestly, I'm not quite sure exactly where the Crimea is, but I'm fairly sure it's in this area. It might be on this side of the Azov Sea, or it might be on this side of it. I thought it was in here, and I would have thought you would actually see something that kind of, like spread across, several hexes that said Crimea or something along those lines, but I don't see it. That's what I was actually looking for, to be honest with you, but I don't actually see it. So let's move that guy up. He's not doing anything way back there. Let's get him on a rail line. Let's get these guys closer to a rail line. Let's get him on. Well, we'll get him as close as possible though. Let's get these guys. They're not doing anything either. Get them up there. Oh, an HQ. The Volga Military District. Oh, there's no movement. There are no movement points for it. Means that once the game wants us to keep it right where it is, which is fine. Yeah, I'm surprised that the Crimea unit, the Crimea HQ, is not tied down to wherever it's supposed to be. Because I would think that they wouldn't allow that either. It's kind of ahistorical. I probably shouldn't do it. It's I would think ahistorical to bring it up to the lines over here. So anyway, I am getting my command points in line, hopefully, so that I'm not really screwing up command point wise, because it's, why make your job harder? I'm already handicapped by the fact that I don't know exactly everything that I'm doing. Oh, that's an HQ. Oh, it's just an airborne corps HQ though. Well, we can move them up though. And these guys are all attached to them, so we'll move them up right in front of them. And actually, oh, it's only 2 of them. I was about to say, if there's 3 of them there, I'd make a guards rifle division. Yeah, I believe that's it. I looked at the schedule for what I can create core-wise, and the next thing that I'm going to be able to do, I can make tank corps. But I need to wait until June of 42 before I can do rifle corps. Corps. The plural of corps, whatever it is. I know it's a French word, and they, in many cases, do not use the, they don't pronounce the S. So, even in the plural form, a lot of times they don't pronounce the S, which doesn't bother me. I'm just, making a point. There we go. Yeah, say a guards rifle division. Rifle division. 10th Airborne Corps. Anyway. So now you see what I've kind of done to myself command point wise. I haven't done a very good job of that. I probably should have figured that out very quickly in the game, but I did not do it, so we're stuck kind of with doing it now. I'm not gonna mess with it right now though. I'm not gonna mess with trying to figure out this crap. I mean, I call it crap, but I mean it's a, it's not like it's some esoteric thing that I didn't know about. I knew fairly early in the game that there was something to do with command points. I had read the manual, and I knew, I don't want them that far away from that stack. And so I knew it was out there. I knew that issue was out there, and I put it in the cave of deferred decisions. But anyway, Alright, so I think I'm going to go ahead and process a turn. What is this guy doing? The 59th Army. Actually, 9th Army and the 53rd Army. And then the 3rd Shock Army. We could get those guys fairly close. Let me just... bear with me, folks. I know that I told you I wasn't going to mess with this, but if I could get them close to... Where... Is it here? No. Where the hell? I know it's around here somewhere. This is it, isn't it? There we go. So it is on a stack right to the southeast of Kiev. So I want to get... where did those... I can't find... I'm having trouble. That's not it. This is it. So we want to get those guys as close to Kiev as possible. So I got the 3rd Shock Army. I got the 18th and the... Okay, where's the Northwest front? Oh, wait a minute. That's it. Southwest front, I'm sorry. So anything attached to the southwest front. Directly attached to it. See. I'm wondering. So I put that here, and I put this guy here. So if I attach him to the southwest front, it's still 34 over. And I guess it's because of all these units. I don't think they're directly attached to the southwest front, though. See, that's another issue. I have to figure that out as well. So, a lot of these units... let's look at the 16th Army. Where's the 16th Army? It is way over. It's on... That's it right there, isn't it? Yep. So let's get... What did I put? Where's Kiev? I'm really losing it here, aren't I? So if I really can't move them anywhere in the 16th Army, so if I attach all of these units to the 3rd Shock Army, that'll lighten the load. And really, he needs to be over here. So we'll attach these guys to the 3rd Shock Army as well. Southwestern Front, the 26th Army. The 19th Army. Oh, this is just a mess. This is just a mess. Trying to figure out this 6th Army. And then Second Guards Army. This is just a... Okay, 2nd Guards Army is over. So let's hit some of these guys into the 57th Army. And the 6th Army is overcrowded as well. So let's see if we can't see it's just doing this over and over and over again is what this is going to take. 2nd Guards Army. So you see what I'm going through. I'm trying to make these guys to get these guys in a good home, good HQ. So let's see what that did to this. So the 2nd Guards Army is still 5 over. See, I just got to get more HQs. I know that. I know, and I also got to play around with it. But at best, I mean, at worst, I probably need about 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 or so. And I have about 6 built up here. Plus I still have not those 2 guys. This army and this army and this army. Let's get them. So I actually probably need to find out. I'm going to do this off camera. I know I spent 18 minutes on this already. So let's process a turn. Let's see what the weather's going to be. So it's going to be clear. So then the next turn that the Germans get, they're probably going to be attacking across the whole front. So this is probably going to processing this turn is probably going to take about 15 minutes or more. I'm glad I found that screen. That's definitely helpful. This is the kind of stuff you learn when you play it over and over and over, and read the manual obviously as well. But I don't think I know very many war gamers that spent a lot of hours reading the manual before diving into a game. They usually just dive right in and start trying to play. From my experience, I know there are a couple out there that do read the manual before they play, but Yeah, it is what it is. I jumped into this and I had not necessarily read the manual as thoroughly as possible, and you know, it's come back to bite me a little bit. Yeah. So live and learn. This wasn't, this game, this let's play wasn't, started because I wanted to show you how great I am, how easily I'll run over the Germans after stopping them from their attacks. It was more just kind of to let people see the what's out there, because there are several Let's Plays of this, but there are not a lot of them. I know XTRG's doing one and Tank of Doom is doing another. But I mean, other than that, there's not very many. And I think Tank of Doom might be doing a grand campaign. And I know XTRG was doing a grand campaign. He was doing his from the German side. So, look at that. Of course, I'm sure I've got units just scattered all through here. It always looks different when the Germans are on the move. It looks like I've got holes everywhere. I'll be glad once I get that command point issue figured out, because I think it'll help me a lot. I think that I'm almost positive that's contributed to some of my defeats. So, and it looks like it's gonna storm outside. It's every day it seems like it starts either raining or storming about this time, or maybe an hour earlier. Yeah, it's thinking up its attacks right now. That's why the screen's black. It's really planning a bunch of attacks. I hope. This is the longest I've ever seen the screen go black. Come on. They're gonna just be attacking all over the place. I just have that feeling. Wow. It's almost like there's going to be at least 50 or 60 attacks. I've literally not seen it take this long. That seems strange, to be honest. It's been thinking for about 2 minutes. Hope it's not locked up. Although I don't know why it would. Pretty sure the recording's still going. It's just that the war in the East seems to be taking a breather. There we go. Yeah, they're doing a lot of planning, a lot of attack, and a lot of thinking about attacks. Anyway. But I knew this turn was going to be a long turn. A lot of interdictions and a lot of attacks. Shoot. Yep. This is going to be a bloody turn, I've got a feeling. Gone. They're gone. Oh, they held. Come on, interdiction. Yeah, this turn's taking forever. Shit. That wasn't very... Oh, they're beat me on hasty attacks now. That can't be a good thing. I think what I'll do is I'm going to try to build up the south. this processing of the turn has taken 12 minutes already. And they're not even close to finished. This might be the longest turn yet. I guess I could keep a running commentary the whole time it's processing, but all I'd be doing is just talking crap. It's funny how it looks like they have such big holes in their lines right here. I wish I could just push them right back and go straight to Gilmer. But I know they got units back there that I can't see. I wonder if I should do more reconnaissance. It's high time for me to start being the aggressor. Hopefully once we get the opportunity to build rifle corps, we'll be able to push them back pretty steadily. The thing about it is they can't, even if they're beat me in battles, they can't push me back the way they did at the beginning of 41. I'm just too strong for them to push me back like that. They might be able to find some weak spots in my lines and cause some of my units to rout or what have you, but they will not be able to push me across hundreds of miles as they did in 41. It's just impossible for them to do it at this point. It's almost like you want to say if they don't get to Moscow, then the Russians should win no matter what, but on points at least, because there's no way that the Germans would ever be able to beat the Russians without taking Moscow. I don't. In my opinion, I mean, in history, that's why they tried to keep them from taking Moscow, and they did keep them from taking Moscow, obviously, but they threw everything they had at the Germans in front of Moscow, and the Germans finally broke, finally couldn't keep it up. So their history, I knew it. A lot of interdiction, their history. Retreat, that's good enough. Or, I mean, that's the best possible situation that we could have had, considering how much they outnumbered us at that point. Still a lot of interdictions. I like that. This turn for the Germans, for the AI, has gone on for 16 minutes now. The screen has gone black 3 times. That's a new record, it seems like. Four times. Wonder why it does that. Wonder if that happens to anybody else. I think it does happen to other people. It'd be kind of cool every time it went black. There was like a video of tanks or something moving and attacking, as opposed to just a black screen. Their history. They held. I'm going to stop saying their history when I don't know. There's almost impossible to tell at this point. Shit. Shoot. $152,000 men. As I've said before, though, whenever they win battles, that just creates opportunities for me, because they might, they might advance a lot further than they probably should, and then I can counterattack and encircle them. Shit. I knew this was going to happen, though. There you go. There's one. There's been a couple that have held, but we gotta have more. More hold. Yeah. I knew they were going to attack everywhere. I knew they were. Wow. This has been a really, really long video. And the bloodbath is over. That actually wasn't as bad as I was thinking it would be. I thought there would be about 60 attacks or more. I mean, if you think about it, they literally have not pushed us back very much at all, considering 1.5 million. We're getting close to 4 million lost. Some of these HQs have built up enough to be moved, so that I'll be working on that. See, as you can see, That's only 4,000 men. They better retreat. I wish I had the follow-on forces to actually take advantage of that. See, we got a pretty good density of units. So it's just a question of making sure we make them pay whenever they doing all the way out there, buddy. Oh, he is. It's alright. That guy won't be able to move him. That's the Western Front. It's 16 over, but not much we can do. I guess we could attach some of these units. Third Army. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Damn it. 61st Army. 61st. So it's went down a little. It's gone down a little bit. They're now 13 over. That's the 61st Army. Move him there. We'll move these units here closer. And then we'll take. Oh crap! What did I do? Here's the Western Front. So what I will do is we'll take that one and put it in the 61st. And then we can put these two units in the 61st as well. And then we'll see. So now the third, whoa. Now the Third Army's only using 4 of 18. That seems weird. What is the Western Front doing? 88 of 81. So it's closer. Fourth Army. It's only using 5. Oh well, I'll think about it. I'll put my mind to the mission. Oh wait a minute, before we do that, I don't usually show you how I save it, but let's take a look at this. HQs, command points. So that's what we got to get rid of. So 53, 86, 117, 136, 153, 170, 181, 188, 195. 201, 206, 210, 212, 211, 212, 212, 213, 240, 215. Okay. All right. Well, anyway, Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. This has been a really long video.